Good morning. Hello. Hello Backlog Battles. Yes, I'm going live. How are you doing today? Also, happy Thursday. Where's my mouse? There you are. Okay, so I remember we attempted to record this lesson on patch updates as opposed to the put updates, and you're very tired, but doing okay. Well, that's at least doing okay is good. I get tired a lot too, especially this time of year when the weather changes. Um, all right, so we are continuing to work on the patch updates video. I tried recording it last time, and then I sort of screwed up because I forgot that I need to do this if let sum pattern for absolutely everything. Um, yeah, that's it. Otherwise, it causes everything to become null, and I don't want that accidentally. Because if I set, well, there's something else though, right? If I set it to null explicitly, I want that to be null. Right. There was something I need to do. Oh, there's a oh, I totally forgot. There's a thing with the serialize deserialize with this. So if a title, yeah, I need to set if you're possible of null. And we did that in the where is it? Backend. We did that in here in the project solution. This thing. We use the Serde with Rust double option. And then that allows us to do this. But I guess a question is, okay, so if I just implement you ourselves, can I put you up here? And then that works for everything? Oh, is there a feature I have to enable? All right, let's double check. No, not block. Where's my toml? Okay, so I have Serde. Oh, just the features derive. Yeah, nothing special there. Do I have to put you before each item? Or is it really that I need at least one of these to be an option? So I don't care about the ID, but I do care about the priority here. So let's say we want to set it to not like null. That becomes an option. And if I move you down, oh, could not find Serde. Okay, so then you become happy here. Uh, Serde with. Okay, so oh yeah, I pull in Serde with. Skip serializing none. This situation often occurs with JSON, but other formats also support optional fields. If many fields are optional, putting the annotations on the structs can become tedious. The skip serializing none attribute must be placed before the derive. Oh, before the derive. Okay. This will serialize to that. Oh, into this JSON. Okay, so that's into skip. Wait. Oh, that's going out. That's going out. Okay. So I would put this up here. Skip serializing none. Oh, but I need to pull in the start date with. Okay, I don't think I need any of those. Okay, I want to. Okay, so import you. You're happy. Great. Now, where's the double option? Did I miss it? Oh, no, I don't see that. I wonder if you're in the docs. Okay, so that's the same information so far. Okay, so I want double. Yeah, here it is. Double option. Makes a distinction between a missing, unset, or existing value. Some serialization formats make a distinction between missing fields, fields with a null value, and existing values. One such format is JSON. By default, it's not easily possible to differentiate between a missing value and a field which is set to null, as they deserialize to the same value. This helper changes it by using an option T to deserialize into. Okay, so then I sort of had, okay, this is your double option. Can I put this on top of the entire thing? So instead of in line, because I don't necessarily want to put this on every single one of these lines. That would kind of suck. So can I put you here? So what is that? That's just double option. Okay, so you can't find that. We'll do. Oh, you'd be doing with. Okay, so with double option. So with. It's a string. Interesting. So Serde with rest, double option. Yeah. But if I put you here, oh wait. Unknown Serde container attribute with. Okay, so this is Serde default. Okay, so important for deserialization. So I need maybe the default. Esitsu, hello. Do I need? I was really hoping that I can like not do all of this. But I'm not getting all of the options. It goes on each field. I was really hoping not to do that because then, well, what if I'm setting the priority to empty? What if I'm setting title to nothing? Completed that description. So now we need to like do it on everything. And I could do skip serializing none on everything. So that was the next thing is like, can I put here? But apparently not. So I have to put you down here. So okay, that works with you. Yeah, then you're upset because I don't have another option on here. Yeah. Okay, so I need to take all of these options here because like technically we can set all these to null. And then I guess also paste that in. It looks wonderful. I love it. Oh. Uh or I hate it. Very clean. Yeah. Yes, very easy to read what's going on now. So, I guess like for the example we're going with, this will really hammer it in. Obviously, then I'll show like, hey, you don't need this for everything. You only do it with the things that you need. Uh, I'm actually a little bit curious. So if I put the option on everything, can I just put you somewhere up here and then have this be removed? Yeah, so unknown sorted container with, how about here? How about here? Yeah, unknown sorted container attribute width. So it needs to be inline. And then okay, that breaks all of you because you need to be set to a double. I need so I need this skip serializing with also. Very important for serialization. So that. So I need to do this now for every single one. Otherwise, everything gets upset. Mismatch types expected. Option string found. Option string. Oh yeah. So now I need to for the atomic update. So this kind of makes me want to do this completely separate and just have like this is like atomic request task, and then I want another request task just for the partial update. Because this is different. This is different enough. Okay, so I think what I want to do is read like yeah. Then we're gonna have like maybe partial update task as another route, so I could do all this stuff separately because this sucks, and I don't want to have to like break all this stuff to make it work. So fun. Okay, so we're gonna go with Survey with. So you're gonna be reset. Now, can I find double option easily from here? So is yeah, doubles not found inside of here. Attribute macros. No, because these are not part of those, are they? It's is it this Survey? Is it Survey as that we're using? No, it's just Survey. So attribute macros. Yeah, I don't. This is not right. I can go to all systems, then probably find it, but I mean, how would I find this? Uh, okay, structs. No, I don't think this is right. I don't think they have a good sort of like discoverability for this on their definitely not on their front page. So I'm gonna have to. Okay, so we have to come to this. You just have to know that you want to be here. We're on the latest, okay, and then we just type double, and that gives us to double option. Nice. Okay, so that's how we get here. Okay, that's part of survey with. Well, yeah. Okay, that we're in survey with. So why? Okay, it's a root level part of survey with, but there's no link to it in this documentation. Nice. All right. Okay, so Let's go back to here. Okay, so we need to create a new route. We're gonna, essentially duplicate the tasks, but with some major differences in assert a with. Say like, hey, what if it's none? And then we'll do our update. Okay. All right, so resetting cargo toml. Okay, so we don't have start a with anymore. Everything's fine and happy. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start here with the browser. Okay. Oh, and I want to add a Thunder client. So collections, data. We're gonna create a new partial update. Okay. Let's do this. We're gonna do a recording. If you haven't seen us during the recordings, I will kind of sort of respond to chat if I can. Otherwise, we'll wait until the end and I'll respond sort of then at that point. And we're gonna just do this one thing, but I have no idea how long this is gonna be. This is a more complex thing to sort of cover, so I might like sort of take it a little bit slower to like make sure we actually understand what it is. Okay, let's do this. Now that we've created an atomic update where whatever we pass in, that's what we're setting it to. We want to not pass in some things. Well, it's null now. But what if we don't exactly want that? What if we want to save some space on the network, especially if we have a very large JSON document that we're updating, and we want to update only one or two fields at a time? It would make a lot more sense just to pass in the changes that we want to make in the database to our backend and have those changes, take effect, and then not touch anything else. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm gonna duplicate this atomic update, and we'll rename this to. This is gonna be partial update. So this was updating everything. Let's get this one task. We'll get 7. So if I copy you essentially, well, I don't really want to, have to pass in the ID 7. Okay. I don't want to update the title, let's say. So that's fine. I only want to update the priority, let's say. So I don't even want to update that. I would just want to update priority and set this to like maybe B now. This is what I want to send. Just this. But in the atomic update, if I do this, then the title and the description are going to become empty, nothing. And that's not good. We don't want that. So enter in the partial update. Now, in partial updates, it's not a put anymore. This is going to be a patch now, saying that we're just patching this out. Just the one little piece. We're going to throw a patch in there. So let's implement this in code. All right, so we have our routes here for data. I initially was thinking of putting this into the same update task, but this is going to be different enough and sort of painful enough to sort of like work with the struct here that I'm actually going to duplicate update tasks and sort of modify it to be the partial update. So let's go ahead and I don't have a duplicate there. Let's just copy everything. I'm going to create a new file. We're going to call this partial update task.s. Paste you all in. So we have our request task. That's fine. This is now going to become partial update. And I'm going to keep that the same for right this second. Save you. And we can go to mod and mod partial update tasks and use partial update tasks, partial update. And let's go ahead and throw this into our route list. So route slash, okay, so this is going to be tasks. We care about the task ID. And we also want this to be a patch with that partial update. Okay, so far so good. It's very same pattern as before. So how are we going to know if what we've set, like we've explicitly set something to null in these fields, or if we're just leaving it out? Because when something comes in, it's going to be a none. So if we don't set like the title here, it's going to come in as null, as none, because we didn't set it. But let's see, the title is probably not the best example here because we have to set that. What about description though? If I explicitly set description to null because I want this to be gone, I want to delete the description. The problem is it's going to be a none. But it's also a none if I don't want to touch it and I want it to remain exactly the same. Completely impossible for us to determine what's actually happening at this point. But there's a crate that can help us. Let's head over to crates.io. There's a crate called surdayWith. We're going to go into the documentation because surdayWith does support the thing that we need to do, but it doesn't have it in the documentation on the front page. So if I head into the documentation and I'm going to search for double, and that brings me to double option here. So this allows me to now have a double option, which, okay, it's none if it's not passed in, but if it's a something with another option in it, if it is set, but maybe set to something like null. This allows us to sort of understand what's really happening and what's actually going on behind, with our object and what's being passed in. The problem is we have to do this. And this is the reason why we're going to use a separate file. So let's go ahead and bring in surdayWith. So back to our code editor, I'm going to do a cargo add surdayWith. I don't need any features, just the default ones are going to be fine. Okay, so we have our request task. What I want to do is for each one of these things that I care about, so for example, the ID, I don't really care about the ID if we pass it in. I'm not going to let you delete that or change it in any way, so I don't need this for this one. But for priority, I do. I want to be able to say, priority, well, what if I want to delete you and just have no priority again? Well, you're going to become an option again like that. This update task, we're going to be changing you. So I'm actually going to, at this point, let's see, get the active model. I'm going to just comment out all the business logic inside of our partial update so we don't get any errors. All right, so we have this option here. So far, everything seems to be fine, but it's still going to become a none if it's not passed in, and I still can't tell. So back to here, we want to do this. So I'm going to copy you, and we're going to go through what it's doing. Okay, so we're calling the surday helper function here. We're saying, okay, set the default if necessary for deserialization. Skip the serializing if the option is none, so that way it doesn't come up with some weird like none. It might confuse it. So that's important for serialization. And then finally, we're going to use this double option. So we're telling, hey, Serde, make sure you use this double option feature when you're doing deserialization, when you're doing serialization. We have to do this for every single field that we want to support this with. So we want an option string for title, let's say. So I'm just going to copy you. We want you. Completed at, we want you to handle. I'm going to multi-cursor this. Have option. There. Okay, I'm going to take you, copy you, and we want this. Okay, we have it on priority. I want it on title, completed at, description, deleted at, user ID is default. I'm going to put this one line up and paste in. So as you can see, this is a little bit messy. It's not the best to look at. Now in this example, we're handling everything with the option, and unfortunately, a patch requires us to do that because every field. What if we're not setting it? What if we're doing something else? If you have a smaller object, this is obviously a lot nicer. And if you're needing to do this pattern, but not necessarily with a partial update, but with just anything else, obviously you can sprinkle it in wherever you need it. Okay, let's move forward to like the actual updates. So just gonna go ahead and delete this, and we're gonna start over. So we have the request task coming in, we have our task ID, and we have our database. Great. We want to start the very same way and get the so actually we need to get the existing active model. So right now the way is that we're just like creating a new active model. We're not going to do that anymore. So we have to change this. We have to get the current one. So we're going to do let I'll call this the DB task equals we're going to do a task find by ID, hand it that task ID. We will get, we need to filter. Do we need to filter? I don't think so, because we're finding by the ID. So we're going to filter by 1, pass a reference to the database. We await, and let's map the error, just in case we do have an error here. I don't care about this, and we're going to return a status code of internal server error. Question mark U. Now, this gives us an option because, well, what if we couldn't find it? What if that task ID doesn't exist? Let's handle that down here. So in that case, we would want to return a 404 because we couldn't find it at all. So let's do an if. I'm actually gonna return the model out of the if let. So we're gonna do a let DB task. Do I want to do an if let here? We can. So that DB task equals if let sum. We'll call this the task equals to this entire thing. Okay. I do need a semicolon for this because I am returning something from it. All right, so if we get this task model, I just want to return this out. And that comes into this task. Now, if we don't have one, I want to return a new error. So we're going to return an error, status code not found. So 404 and semicolon U. Okay, I like to do that because it means I'm not now doing all the rest of the logic tabbed in inside of this block. I'm still at the base sort of indentation level. To me, it's a little bit easier in my eyes. All right, so we have our DB task as a model now. I want to convert this into an active model so I can set things on it. So we can actually maybe do that right here. So if I do into active model, that consumes the model and gives me back an active model that now I can do things on. So we're going to need to set you as mutable because we're going to be updating you. Okay, so that's the first step here. We need to get the active model of an existing DB task in order to update each of the fields. But now we're going to use this part to know which fields to update and then update them. So we're not going to do anything with the ID, but how about priority? So if the priority is set, so let's do an if let some priority equals, this is going to be our request task dot priority. So if you're set, that's going to be a sum. Now it might be a null still, which means we want to set it to, null. And that's where this comes in. But CORM can handle the none at this point. So we can, because it's going to be a sum with the string or if it's going to be a none. And we don't really care anymore because we know it's being explicitly set by our end user here. Okay, so I want to do take this DB task. We want to do dot priority. I want to set that equal to set and priority. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. Now we've been doing a lot of coding for this. I want to do a quick test just to make sure that the priority part of this works. So we're going to come to our update. All right, so we do a task update. This is going to be the DB task. So DB task, we filter. So we're going to update based upon the task ID. We execute with the database. We await. We map error. Okay, so we should be good. If we come back to partial update now, I want to just set the priority to be B. And if we remember, that is priority A right now. So I hit send. We get a 200 OK. And we get a priority B. We haven't touched anything else, but if I also attempt to update the description, let's say we now want you to be C, but I also want to set the description to be explicitly null. If I do this, update the priority, but of course the description isn't updated. So let's fix that next. All right, so next up, we'll do, we'll handle that description next. If let some description equals request task dot description, please. Typing today. Okay, so we want our DB task dot description is equal to set description. All right. Now, if I do this, remember, our description is I am updated. Let's set this back to a B, and our description is null here. I send you. Description is now null. Priority is now B. This is how we can do our patch updates. This is how we can know if we're getting a null and setting that explicitly in the back end. Okay, so let's finish up and let's do the rest of these. Okay, so we've done priority and description. So if let some, we could like do this generic, or we can just like keep on going down from the top. So we have priority, let's do title. I like to do these over and over again as just practice to make sure that we've got it right. So that's what we're going to do now, is just a little bit of practice with it. So we have a request task, title. Now, sometimes it's important to sort of decide, what do we really want to do? Because we can't actually set title to none, can't we? So in this case, if we want to attempt to set it to nothing at all, then I actually don't want to do this, do I? I don't need a double option, because I can't set it to null at all. So if I attempt to, just don't do anything, maybe, to it. And otherwise set it to be whatever string I'm handing it. So I'm going to remove you. Remove the double option. And here we go. Okay, so if let title, I still need to do the if let sum because I can't set it to null. I need to know if I can unwrap it. I need to know if we set it in. And we'll do db task title equals set title. There we go with that. Okay, excellent. Next up, so title completed at. Let sum completed at equals our request task dot completed at db task completed at equals set completed at. Okay. What's next? We have already got description. We have deleted at, user ID, and is default left. So let some, what was, I already forgot the other ones. So we have deleted at, user ID, and is default. So we have deleted at equals request task dot deleted at task dot deleted at equals set deleted at if let some. Now, this is another good sort of question: is do we want the user to be able to, or like, do we want our user to be able to unset the user ID or to change ownership of this? Now, in true REST, we have to allow for everything, but maybe we want to update this a little bit. What if we don't want you to be able to set the user ID completely? Well, we might just say, you know what? I don't care about you. Maybe we don't care about the to mark something as is default either. So I'm just going to remove these, and we're not going to allow them to set those. In which case, okay, we're done here. That's fine. Which means I don't need you. We've now set all of these things that we care about. We do our update. Okay. Let's come back into here and we'll do another test. So I want your description to be I am back. Maybe I want a completed at, because right now I'm not getting anything at all. Okay, so I want completed at to be set to, what's today? Today is, let's do like 2022, let's see, what is it? Month, year, month, day. So 11/17 is when I'm recording this. So if I send you, input is not unique enough for date and time. I need to actually set this to be a proper date time. So I think, what's that? Something like 12. I don't remember that the actual the actual characters are from that. Is it something like that? I don't remember anymore. I'll have to look up what the exact date time is uh for each of these. So I can't set that. And I don't think I have. Oh, we have the title, so we can set the title. So title is my new title. Send you. You're happy. Get you back. Here's my new title. Priority is set. Description: I am back. Great. Okay. So that is a partial update. It's not quite as easy as an atomic update as we see, because we are having to deal with the double option, which means that we have to use that survey with, which means we need this sprinkled all throughout our struct, which is not fun. So anyways, hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you'll be able to use this in your own code and now handle a purposeful none sent by your front end. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right. Sort of like not great at the end there, but I'll live with it. Or they will have to live with it. I force the learners to live with it, I suppose. I don't have any warnings, so that's good. Okay, let's close all of you. Looks like CRM implements into active value for option V. Wait, do they? Into active value for option V. CRM, Rust. So on into active value. Option allows for some none to update the column to be null. Okay, so oh, look at this. Okay, so you could pubstruct update fruit derive into active model. Okay, we may re-record that one. I want to see this. Okay, so if I do, let's say get rid of all of you. So I want to derive, deserialize, and what was this? This was a derive into active model. Derive into active model. Cannot find type active model. Okay. Can I find type active model? Where does it need that? Okay, so not for certain, but you can just set the property to the value without matching on some first. Right? Yeah, that would be that would make it so we can go back to the original file again too. But why can't I derive you? As for some none to update the column to be null. That's great, but now I do need the option. So maybe a separate file is still good. But okay, so I need to do this, but the error I'm getting is cannot find type active model in a scope. Consider importing users active model. Okay, so I need to import. So I need to do use create database tasks active model. Now I need to make sure that you're set up here too, right? So an option for that. And an option for title, I bet. No, the trait bound active value I32 from active value standard option I32 is not satisfied. The trait from active value V is implemented for active value option V required for. Okay. Do I not, can I not have the I, no? Okay, so now it's a different one. So now it's string. I wonder if it's this first priority that it's yelling at. The trait bound active value string from option active value option string is not satisfied. The trait from active value V is implemented for active value option V required for active value string to implement into active value string. Oh, it might be title. So I have to set the title still because it's required. Well, so that was the ID in the title. That is not great. So that's not going to work for us then, because I need to know if I need to set it. Yeah, well, it might have been a slightly different error. Let's find out. So option. All right, so you are the trait bound active value string from active value option string is not satisfied. The trait from active value is implemented for active value option V required for active value option string to implement into active value string. Yeah, so it's yelling because I would need to, in the database, say that it's optional when I specifically said that title is not optional, which sucks. So I think the recording stands. We need to use Serde to get the option for every single one of these things, and then deal with this, which sucks. Unless there's something else in here. Oh, so where are we? We're custom active model. Custom active model. Set it back to before and see what happens if you don't match on the option and you just set the value. If I don't match the option, I'm not sure what you mean. If I don't match the option, like, or if I just do an option, because that's the same thing, but now it's talking about option. Oh, that's interesting. It still only sees one option there. So that's the drive into active model actively figuring this out. Oh, ignoring this derived macro instead of if let some priority. Okay. So, oh, you're talking about like don't use the with thing. I think it'll still be a none. So here's if match types. We have this option here. So if that's a none, we want to, let's say, unwrap or default. Okay, partially update. I'm setting the title to, okay, so we have everything the same. Let's set the title to my new title again. $200, okay. Got the new title again. If I, and I didn't lose the description. Oh, right. But if I want to set like description to none, to like a null explicitly, I think this doesn't work. You still need the with, but you can just set DB task priority without the if let. So I still need the cert with. Okay. Wait. No, that didn't work. That did not work. So yeah, okay, yeah, right. You're saying that we need the cert with for these so it can handle that and know that. But you can just set the DB task priority without the if let. Okay, so so for example, we can just do DB task dot priority is equal to request task dot priority. Sorry, set request task priority. Expected an enum option string, but we found an option string. No set just with into active value. Oh, okay. So what is that? That's request task dot priority dot into active value. Oh, where? Okay, so where did we get this? Into active value. I see that as into active model. Am I missing into active value in here? Into active value trait allows converting option T into active value T with the method into active value. Is that the only time that's used here? It's literally the only time you use. The example does not show this being used. That's cool. Okay. So at this point, okay, partial update. My new title again. Come back to here. Okay, so now I want to do priority is like I don't know, F. There we go, that's set. Or I can set it to null. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. Setting priority to null does not set it to null here. That's too bad. Yeah, I know it is interesting. I wonder if we can debug. Okay, so let's run a debugger on the db task.priority and see what we got here. Let's not take ownership of it. All right, so here's our Kurga watch. We're going to do our partial update where we are sending that same stuff, even though you can't. Okay, there's priority null. db task.priority equals not set. Oh, wait. I removed this thing. So hold on. I need to fix this again. So we need to do the this double width again. I forgot that we had removed these. Okay, so put you back. Partial update. It's set to none. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna record it a third time. This time we're gonna use into active model. Or into active value on the request task priority when using this. Okay. Great. You there. Let's close you. Want to revert you. So we're gonna search for into active. Okay, so can I search into active value trait? There. So I just have to start searching that. So we know that the trait exists, but it doesn't necessarily at this point talk about that. You come to here. You don't think you have to do it again? Why not? Or you think that it's fine as it is? I also just deleted the code, so well, I could just rewrite the code. That's not a problem. I'm gonna think on it for the day. And then tomorrow we can I will either re-record it or not. Okay, so this was patch update, or we'll call it partial update. So I'll put this as like a maybe record using into active value like that. Let's re-implement the stuff since I kind of just deleted it. So I wanted to re-add Survey with. We are copying, updating task. So new file. This was a partial date task rs. The task update lives is going to get commented out. That gets deleted. We have to mod u. Oh, I forgot to rename you. Okay, so there's you. Let's we're gonna do our survey with I think we're getting rid of ID, or were we just doing option on literally everything? I can't remember anymore. Oh, that would have been nice. But you can't do that. Okay, maybe I could do it the other way. Start from this side. Okay, so I want to do option. Except for you, you're the only one without the other option. Oh, did I have no ID at all? Okay, so no ID at all. There we go with you. Okay, so then I want the survey with. So this is double option. Okay, so we add you in for everybody. Except I removed at the very end is default and user ID. Okay. So we have you. So priority title, completed at, description, and deleted at. That's great. We get the DB task. So let mute DB task equals. All right, this is gonna be an if let sum. I can't remember what it's called. It was the DB task. Maybe it was just like task equals. Okay, so this was the getting it. So task find by ID, task ID. We'll get one database. We await. We map error. In this error, we return a status code internal server error question mark. Okay, so we do that, and then we do an into. No, we just do this, right? Yes, then we return the task. Otherwise, we return an error not found. So status code found colon. Oh right, it was a task dot into active model. Okay, so if let sum we have okay, so let's do this here. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things. So give myself some space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, but that's more than 5 together. Oh, I needed way more room than what I have here. That sucks. Okay. I wonder if it's gonna work. I wonder if I can actually do this. So 60 to 65. If I paste you, yeah, you're unhappy. So I need tons of room. And we'll do this again. Okay, I think we're good here. So we'll tab in and we'll do an if let sum your thing equals request task dot that thing. Then db task dot that thing equals set that thing. Hit save, and then it automatically says this. No field priority. What? Oh, because I semicoloned you. Don't do that. Mismatch types. Right. Okay. So, the title. Right. Title wasn't being done for this. So we removed you. If you're going to pass in the title, you have to set it to something. You can't set it to null. So this becomes request task dot title. Oh wait, no, it was niflet. Yeah, never mind. You're happy now. Okay, I think that works. And if we use our Thunder clients, partial updates. Okay, so we have my new title again with even more exclamation marks. We have something. We have your priority Z. We're not going to do that at all. We're going to get one task of 7. New title again. What? Maybe uncomment update. I don't know. I mean, does it really help to uncomment the actual code that does the update? I don't know. Nonsense. This is the DB task. Update you. Oh, update you. Get you. There we go. Okay. And I can now set you to nulls again. So null, null, and just you're missing. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, fun. Okay, so you're all set up. We recreated you. Let's commit you before I forget. This is the partial updates. You just restored from trash. I get does get checkout actually just like do a soft delete where it's like restored from trash? I don't think it does, right? I think it does a hard delete. I don't know. I've actually never tried to restore it from trash after doing that. I've never even looked there to see if that's possible. Um, but okay, so we did one thing today, which I forgot to save. That's cool. So updated where we are at. Great. We'll push that up too. All right, so next up, we're going to have deleting data. Then after that, soft deleting data. And then finally, handling nulls. Soft deleting data is probably going to be a discussion on what soft deleting really means. Also, we have to talk about the date format. So we'll have to figure out what the dates type things look like. But we're almost done with crudding. So it's good. I would expect that we should be able to get through all of these. Actually, handling nulls. We just did that. So we have two things left to do in here. Deleting data and soft deleting data. Okay, great. Okay, so today is Thursday. Yes, tomorrow, that means tomorrow's Friday. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time to continue recording these. We'll be on to deleting data and soft deleting data, and then working with sort of like a discussion of time, because time sucks. So we'll deal with that. Okay, so with that, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you. Let's see. I will see you next time. Bye.